What's up, everybody? Before we get started, name this tune. I'm going to try to whistle it. I wish I could tell you there's some money in that if you name the tune, but no moolah. I'm broke as a joke. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Phillip Siddiq Show. I'm your host, Phillip Siddiq, and yes, I've been gone a little bit. Issues had to be taken care of, but I believe, hopefully, we're going to be back for a while. Five Nights at Freddy's. Before we get into that, first of all, I'd never heard of it. Never. So, my nephew, who was also my movie reviewer, my little running buddy, we were at the screening for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. We both loved that film, and Miles Morales, yeah, he's Spider-Man, okay, in that universe, so that's what it is. Got up there, we're getting the food, because we always get food before we go in, and he runs across from where we're ordering food over to this poster. I'm yelling, boy, boy, get your butt back here. Uncle Deke, Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm like, what is it? What's Five Nights at Freddy's? And then I walked over to him to the poster, and he told me about it. And I'm like, okay. And he says, Uncle Deke, we're going, right? Before I even said yes or what it is, of course, I said yes. So months later, Five Nights at Freddy's began to do the advertising, and everything. And he told me it was based on a video game, which I had no idea. And he says, because I trust him with these younger movie issues, these the video game issues. He said it was based on Chuck E. Cheese. Now I remember taking my twins were real little, 1 year old, 2 years old, taking them to Chuck E. Cheese, and there was this big old rat, and it would spin around. He had some people with him, animatronics. So I digress. So that's how I said, okay, well, Five Nights at Freddy's might be all right, So we go, and he shared with me some insights about the film. So, all right, let's see. First of all, who's in the film? If you haven't seen, number one, it's made a ton of money. I believe the budget was between $20 to $25 million. So far, it has turned in $130 million. According to some reports, that was, I think, one of the biggest returns on investment for a horror film. Not to say it was, this is my second time going to see it. Okay, I went to a press screening the first time. This is my second time, and I highly recommend you see it. I really do. So, starring in it, Josh Hutcherson as Mike. He does. I have not seen him do work better than this. Okay. We have Elizabeth Lail. Lail. She's Vanessa the cop. Kate Connor Sterling is Max, traitor. Piper Rubio as Abby. Excuse me. Then we have Mary Stuart Masterson as Aunt Jane. And we have Matthew Lillard as Steve Reagan or William Afton, the Yellow Rabbit. Director Emma Tammi. First, we're going to talk about the actors. Josh puts up a performance. I mean, I can't say enough about this cat's performance. Synopsis. He's tasked with watching his little brother. He's 12 years old. They're at a picnic, mom, dad, and him and his little brother, who's flying around this little red plane around, you know. So he starts calling. All of a sudden, he sees a Frisbee land, and he's calling for his brother, Garrett. And all he sees is the back of Garrett in a car being taken away. And he has his airplane. And that has tortured him from that day forward. So when we see Mike, older Mike, disheveled, you could see something's happened with him before we find out that the kid was his brother, baby brother was taken away. But see, the video game, that's part of the video game too. See, I believe it's my nephew told me. So that was like, man, where is this game? Where is this movie going? The director, her name is Emma Tammi. She did a spectacular job on directing the actors. All of the actors. They knew their assignments. They carried them out. What can I say? Flawlessly. Vanessa, the cop. She and Mike got this little thing going, you know, this little tit for tat and everything. And, man, what can I say without spoiling it? Max, okay, I can't. Max, she is the babysitter. Abby's a little girl. Now, she and Mike are living together in the house. He's like her caretaker. The auntie, who is, well, who did I just say? Mary Stuart Masterson, Aunt Jane. She wants to take the little girl away just because she will get the money that the check the little girl is getting. She'll get the check. Now, Abby, the little girl, she has, quote, imaginary friends that she's drawing about and she's talking to. Mike is like at his wit's end. He's trying to find a job. He got in trouble at the last job. You'll see. Goes in for an interview and he's offered a night job at this place called Fozzie Bear or something like that. This old arcade place. They had pizza going on in an arcade. And unbeknownst to him, the animatronics, they're alive. Man, how can you describe this without spoiling some of it? Well, the place had to shut down because there were 5 missing kids. There were 5 children that were missing. So we fast forward through 5 kids that were missing. The yellow chicken, remember the yellow chicken, okay? And as I said, Abby, I don't know if was telepathic because she had a connection to those different 5 kids. Now back to Mike being tortured. He got the night position there and he would take medication to put himself to sleep. And he'd always go back to this dream of trying to find his little brother. And he saw these 5 kids. I guess they'd always pop up in his dream. And he would try to talk to them, communicate with them to see if they knew something about his brother. On to the details, the small details. You can see how Mike was run down because there's one scene he's walking to his sister, I guess trying to get her to get up. He has a hole in his sock, the big toe. That's one detail that the attention to detail beside the big shots and the little shots, the macro shots, which are good. The houses, the building, the aerial shot of the neighborhood, and then those little micro shots. Like I said, Mike is walking. He has the toe in the sock is open. You can see, like I said, he's just beat down. The spinning of the wheel in the car trying to get away. The spilling of the Coke off the picnic table. Those are just some of the things that I remember. Oh, the rabbit's foot on the job recruiter's desk. I don't know what that meant. I should have asked my nephew about what that meant. They also read this book. Anyway, well, enough of the details were okay. Now, when they took, I guess because they made so much money, that was it 90% of the people who went to see Five Nights at Freddy's were under 35. Well, I'm definitely out of the 35 years old demographic. And I enjoy, even when I saw it without my nephew, I enjoyed the film. I would, am I going to see it again? Probably. I'll probably go see it again. Oh, one of the other details, there was a book they were talking, him and the other security guard talking dream therapy. Dream theory. About dreaming, because Mike was going through that. He says there's always something in there that he wants to go in there and pull it out. The rabbit's foot, we touched on the rabbit's foot. After there's one scene, Mike opens up a locker and there's this little thing that it's a jump scare. There are not a lot of jump scares in here. I didn't see any, but it's a lot of shadows. The sound design is perfect. The shadows of the creatures that are coming. What else did I find out that was great about that film? The airplane with Garrett, of course. Oh, Balloon Boy was in the locker. I had no idea what character that was. My nephew told me about him. That was one of the characters in there. You'll see. Balloon Boy. Let me see. And then, okay, that was there. And they also, I talked about Chuck E. Cheese. The taxi driver. His name is Corey. My nephew told me he's real big on YouTube. He is like YouTube famous, I guess all social media famous. And he did a damn good job as a cab driver. So, the Yellow Rabbit, our guy. Oh man, how can I say it without, well, go see the film. That's all I can say, all right? That's it. Because I can't describe it unless I spoil it. But Mike and the cop, watch that relationship because it's nice in a way and then it's maddening too. Because she knew all about what was happening. So, Five Nights at Freddy's, the music, anyway, yeah. It's been a while since I've been on in the air, so I might be rambling a little bit, but look, Five Nights at Freddy's, I would say, it's definitely an entertaining film, and I won't preach, I'm not going to preach about it, but you mess with little kids, you need to be handled properly, okay? That's all I'm saying. You mess with little kids, you need to be handled in the proper fashion. And not to say I was cursing, it's like the film Sound of Freedom, man. Okay, I was cursing under my breath and everything. I didn't want to curse too loud because my nephew was with me, so. But I think they did a damn good job with that film. Not me not having play the video game, but the storyline in it, adapted from the video game, perfect. Perfect. One thing that it's a little minor thing, but other than that, I've also heard they're going to start working on a sequel because there can be a sequel. Updated animatronics, because Abby wanted to go back to the place and keep the animals with company and everything else. But I'm gonna say Five Nights at Freddy's, it's worth seeing for sure. I'm Phillip Siddiq. Remember, like, subscribe, share the video with your friends, leave a note in the comments about the film. If you saw it, will you go see it again? Excuse me. By the way, I took some Benadryl because my allergies, nose running. I didn't want to sneeze and have the nose running on the air. So, excuse me, I usually take one. This time I took two. And it knocked me the out. So, that's it. I'm out of here. That Benadryl is strong. So, I will see you again on the next episode of the Phillip Siddiq Show. Y'all out there, take care. And Five Nights at Freddy's. Go see it. Go check it out. I think you guys enjoy it. Later.